Welcome to this comprehensive guide on function overloading in C#, a fundamental concept for any aspiring programmer looking to write cleaner, more adaptable code. Function overloading allows you to define multiple methods within the same class that share an identical name but possess distinct parameters. This powerful feature significantly enhances code readability and reusability, making your programming journey smoother. At its core, function overloading is about defining multiple methods in a class with the same name, but with different parameters. This distinction is crucial for how the compiler differentiates between them. The key to understanding overloading lies in the method signature, which comprises the method name and the number, type, and order of its parameters. It's important to remember that the return type is not part of this signature. One of the primary benefits is improved readability. Using the same name for similar operations makes your code much easier to understand at a glance, reducing cognitive load for developers. It also promotes code reusability, allowing a single method name to handle different data types or numbers of parameters, thus avoiding redundant code and streamlining your projects. Furthermore, overloading offers flexibility, adapting to various input scenarios without requiring you to invent entirely new method names for slightly different functionalities. Finally, it simplifies code maintenance and updates, as changes to a core operation can often be managed within a single, logically grouped set of methods. You can overload methods by changing the number of parameters, creating methods with the same name but a different count of arguments. Another way is to change the data types of parameters, using the same number of parameters but with different types, such as an integer versus a double. You can also alter the sequence of parameters while keeping the method name and types the same, which creates a unique signature. Let's dive into a practical demonstration within Visual Studio. First, we'll create a new C# console application. Within this project, we'll define overloaded methods inside a class. Consider a simple calculator class. Here, we implement an add method that takes two integers, returning their sum. Next, we'll overload this add method to accept two double precision floating point numbers, providing flexibility for decimal calculations. We can further overload it to add three integers, showcasing how the number of parameters creates a distinct signature. Now, we'll instantiate our calculator class and call these overloaded add methods with different arguments. Observe how the compiler automatically selects the correct add method based on the types and number of arguments provided. Moving to the Unity 3D engine, we'll see how function overloading applies in game development. Start by creating a new Unity project. Next, create a new C# script within your Unity project. We'll call it player movement. Open this script and implement overloaded methods for moving a game object. For instance, a move method that takes a vector 3 for direct position. We can overload move to accept separate float values for x, y, and z coordinates, offering more granular control. Another overload could take a single float for speed, moving the object forward based on its current orientation. Attach this player movement script to a game object in your Unity scene, such as a simple cube. Now, from another script or through the Unity Editor's inspector, you can call these overloaded move methods, observing the game object's behavior. When using function overloading, always use descriptive method names to clearly indicate their purpose, even if they share the same base name. Maintain consistency in behavior. Ensure overloaded methods perform similar operations, just with different inputs, to avoid confusion. Document your methods using XML documentation to explain each overload, its parameters, and expected behavior, especially in larger projects. Avoid excessive overloading. Only use it when there's a clear need for different parameter sets or data types to prevent maintainability issues and code bloat. Be cautious with default parameter values in conjunction with overloading, as they can sometimes lead to ambiguity or unexpected behavior, particularly in library code. In summary, function overloading in C# is a powerful tool for writing readable, reusable, and flexible code by allowing methods with the same name, but different parameter signatures. We've explored its core concepts, seen practical applications in Visual Studio and Unity 3D, and discussed best practices to help you leverage this feature effectively. Keep practicing these techniques, and you'll soon master the art of function overloading, enhancing your C# programming skills significantly. Thank you for watching.